It was all so tangled, this little beast, like a thin copper wire that should have been formed into something beautiful, but was discarded instead. It's like it was meant to be art, once or twice or three times, but it never could become quite the right thing. Art, of course, is in the eye of the beholder, an expression of the artist. Still, it hadn't become anything special. Maybe it never had the voice of art in it. Maybe the artist refused to feel what it could be. Either way, it was eventually jumbled together, smashed into a ball, and thrown to the ground. One could feel sad for it, this little unknown and unnamed beast. Does it make sense to pick it back up again, tangled mess that it is? Can it even be untangled anymore? It waited in the indecision, but not for long. It got curious and tried something different. Rather, it made its own decision. While no one was looking and the dirt was kicked upon it, it simply began. There was nothing special it had to be anymore, and so it began untangling in some spots and knotting in others. It chose to unfurl and reach as far as it could. While it was there, knotted and imperfect, it grew. It began to stretch further than it ever had before because it wasn't being made into art anymore. It was allowed to be free. It wasn't pretty anymore, and apparently never could be. The art just wasn't there. You see, when artists had tried jumbling it together in different ways which never suited it, it sat there being nothing at all. When it left to its own devices, it chose to stretch across the land instead, to reach as far as it could. It was never meant to be jumbled together or formed into something pretty, artistic, and interesting. And so it reached, while being knotted and tangled and not very interesting at all, with its own message that never did look like art, but was important all the same.